What is going on, YouTube? So coming back today with my MAC conference preview. So a conference that is actually pretty interesting year by year. It's kind of become known as the Thursday night, or kind of became known as the Thursday night football conference for a little bit, you know, getting your action in. And then also a conference that actually produced some pretty competitive teams last year and has produced some semi-competitive teams over the years, kind of known as the 6th or 7th best conference in the country over the last couple of years. But anyway, looking at two divisions here, West and East. I'll talk about the 6 teams in each division, bottom to top, and then I'll move in my awards after that, and then talk about my conference championship pick in between both of those. But yeah, like I said, going to go ahead and start at the bottom of the MAC West. And to start, we've got the Eastern Michigan Eagles. So a team that struggled mightily over the past 10 years. They start out the season at against Mississippi Valley State, which is good because they might be able to pull out a win. And then they got some winnable games against Charlotte and Wyoming after. So the schedule sets up actually kind of favorably for them. So if you're an Eastern Michigan fan and you're looking for any solace in anything, that's probably what you'll find. One-win team last year, so hard to not improve. So number 5, I've got the Ball State Cardinals. Team that's been a little bit up and down over the past couple years. 3-9 team last year. They got the possibility of going to a bowl game. They're over/under on wins this year is 5.2. So either way, I'd see an improvement off of last year as they have a very favorable schedule. Eastern Kentucky at home, at Georgia State on the road. So a chance to pick up a big win early there. And then they do land Northern Illinois and Akron and Western Michigan at home. So all those will help as well. So number 4, I got the Toledo Rockets. Some people might be surprised by this. They were a 10-win team last year and were in the top 25 for quite a bit of time. They returned Kareem Hunt, maybe the best running back in all of the MAC. But this is a MAC West that is a lot better than the MAC East and is very tough at the top. Now, this Toledo team is projected to have about 7 or 8 wins, and I can see that. And they start off with a tough test at Arkansas. But again, a team I still think will be a bowl team, just not as good as last year. So at number 3, I got the Northern Illinois Huskies, team that's kind of owned this conference more than anyone else the last couple of years. They returned Drew Hare at starting quarterback. Joel Bunyan, I believe that's how you say it, at running back. That name's floored me for a long time. But he's a very good running back. They got a very deep stable of running backs as well. And I think this is a team that could be very competitive again in 2016, coming off a 8-win season and another conference championship. So at number 2, I got the Central Michigan Chippewas, a team that returns Cooper Rush at quarterback, and a team that I watched last year play, and they just got a lot of heart. They got one of the best passing attacks in the group of 5. Set up very well aside from the Oklahoma State game early. They got a chance against UNLV and UVA to get 2 early out of conference wins and set themselves up very well. They got a chance to go 3-1, and that would be big to start the season. And number 1, I got the Western Michigan Broncos, a team that PJ Fleck has turned around in a hurry. A team coming off a 8-win season, 6-2 in the conference, very close to a conference title, and I think they have a chance to get it this year. Corey Davis comes back as maybe the best player in the conference. Zach Terrell, one of the best quarterbacks in the conference as well. That'll be a nice little hookup between them two. Again, a team that will be tremendously improved and, in my opinion, the conference favorite heading into the year. So move over to the East and start with Miami of Ohio, a team that fought Eastern Michigan as the worst team, or to be the worst team in the MAC last year. A team that, in my opinion, will be improved win total wise. Their projected win total is around 4.5. They start off the season tough at Iowa, but then they get Eastern Illinois at home and then Ohio at home for the next conference game. But anyway, at number 5, I got the Kent State Golden Flashes, and another team that I could see struggling this year. UMass actually dropped out of the conference, which would probably have been the team I would have slotted right here anyway. But this is a Kent State team that actually won 3 games last year. I don't know if they'll be able to do much better this year. NCA&T and Monmouth are 2 easy wins, but the rest of the games I don't know if they're favored in a single one. So could be a tough season the rest of the way. So at number 4, I've got the Buffalo Bulls. It seems like forever since the Khalil Mack era ended. Haven't really produced anyone quite to that level since, or I don't know if ever before. But anyway, they start with Albany at home and then at Nevada on the road. So that's a chance to pull off a good Group of 5 out of conference upset. They come home to play Army and they're favored once again, and then they go to Boston College. So this is a team with some early opportunities to gain some recognition in the Group of 5. So at number 3, I have the Akron Zips, a team that is coming off a Potato Bowl win against Utah State, a team that could command a little bit more respect this year. Terry Bowden has brought this team to a good level. Excuse me. Jamal Marcus is one of the best defensive ends in the MAC, if not the best. Akron probably has the best pass rush in the MAC, and I could see this team maybe having another 7-win season. So at number 2, I've got the Ohio Bobcats, a team that is loaded with road games this year. They, I believe, stop stuttering over myself. This is a team that probably will bring home around 6 or 7 wins this year, make it to another bowl game, and Frank Solich, I think he'll continue to prove why he's one of the better coaches in the Group of 5. So, move on to my number 1 team, and I have the Bowling Green Falcons. That's right. That shouldn't have eluded me. But this is a team coming off a 10-win season, maybe their best season ever. They had Matt Johnson at quarterback, one of the best statistical quarterbacks in the country. Moving forward, they still have one of the best defenses in the MAC. This is a team with a projected win total of about 8 or 9. I think they are the far and away favorite right now to win the MAC East. Like I said, it's a little bit weaker than the MAC West. So, move into my conference championship predictions, and I do think it's going to be Western Michigan and Bowling Green, obviously. I think this is going to be a game that Western Michigan would be able to win handily. Like I said, I just feel like this is Western Michigan's year. They have the best receiver in the conference. They might have the best quarterback in the conference. So, anyway, move into my awards. And my Offensive Player of the Year, I mentioned him a lot, is Corey Davis, wide receiver for Western Michigan. My Defensive Player of the Year, a guy I did not mention earlier, but Shawun Lurry, cornerback for Northern Illinois, coming off a season where he had 9 interceptions, leading maybe the best secondary in the MAC, and I think they will be a big reason why Northern Illinois is successful this year. So, my Newcomer of the Year is going to be Jojo Natson, transferring into Akron from Utah State, a small but very, very fast playmaker. Honestly, the MAC's not the type of conference that's going to have a freshman come in and dominate, but having a transfer like this come in could be, I guess, kind of like the Jamal Marcus, kind of make that big of push in 2016 to be recognized as one of the better players in the conference. So my Coach of the Year is PJ Fleck, coach for Western Michigan. Like I said, he's led them to new heights over the last couple years, and I believe this will be his 3rd or 4th full season with Western Michigan. Has a great chance to bring home a conference title. So my dark horse, I have the Central Michigan Chippewas. Again, I mentioned this earlier. I think Central Michigan has a great chance to make their mark on this conference this year. I think Cooper Rush is at least top 3 when it comes to quarterbacks in this conference. He's very tough. It's a very tough Central Michigan team, and a team that after they get out of that Oklahoma State game has a very good chance to heat up very quickly, and I think they do have a chance at the MAC West title. So my disappointment is going to be the Toledo Rockets. I just think that the way they collapsed last year, and the fact that they might be a little bit more recognized as having a target on their backs now. I think there's going to be a little bit too much on Kareem Hunt's shoulders too. I think he's a great running back, maybe the best in the conference. But anyway, I think this is a team that while they probably will pull out 7 wins this year, just won't be as good as they were last year or as they're expected to be this year. So that pretty much does it for our MAC preview. I'll be coming back later today with my Conference USA preview, but that's pretty much it. See ya.